Hey everyone, welcome back to Model Release. We are on episode 7, almost all the way through season 1. Today, my guest, I'm so excited to have her. She is a supermodel actress, a real actress, okay? Don't play with her. A content creator, a host, and just a certified baddie. And the list could go on. And I'm so excited to even learn more about her today with all of you. We have Chasity Saunders.
Yes, thank you. Yes. I love that intro. Okay, it takes a baddie to know a baddie.
Right.
Yeah.
I met you, I think, like 2 years ago at the Pretty Little Thing dinner.
Yes.
In Hollywood.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, we were sat right next to each other. I'm like, we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in.
It was a vibe. That was a fun night.
That was a fun night.
Oh my God, I enjoyed that. That was so much fun.
It was like an intimate.
It was very intimate.
Sure.
It was not a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I really had a really good time. The drinks were good. The food was good.
Was
the
great.
Company. Yes. I got to meet you. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to learn more about you. Even like since we met, I feel like you've had so many projects and just a lot to even keep up with. So I'm excited to learn what you have going on.
Thank you, girl. Well, first of all, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm for real legit about women's empowerment.
Yes.
And I absolutely love that you're doing this. Like, I feel like there's such a need for this in our industry.
For sure.
And I feel like there's a lot of people that talk about being a girl's girl that's not really. And I feel like it's our job, at a certain point. Once you've had a certain level of experience and success, like, it's our job to give back and to talk about the process. And so congratulations to you for doing this. I'm so happy you invited me. Thank you.
I'm actually a little bit nervous because this is the first person I have, I guess, interviewed, and you usually interview other people.
Yes.
So I know that you have so much experience with that. So I think the first thing I saw was, I think you did hosting for Essence.
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh my God.
So dope.
So first of all, that was absolutely a complete dream come true.
Yeah, that's major.
I've been hosting professionally for over a decade.
Yeah.
And I was bi-coastal for a while between New York and Los Angeles. And I feel like as a television host, as someone in entertainment journalism, going to Essence Black Women in Hollywood is like the pinnacle, right?
Peak.
It's like
really
literally the peak. It's like what you want. Like, it was such a dream of mine. And as a journalist, as a host, I sat at home for years watching from my laptop and just wanting to be in that room, right, with all of those amazing dynamic women that were like pushing the culture forward. And then it's Essence magazine,
like, it just literally doesn't get bigger than that.
It literally does not get bigger than that. And so, I got my start as a model in Essence magazine. Actually, my very first fashion editorial was a denim spread in Essence.
Ooh,
so I've always had, it was complete full circle in so many ways. So when I got the call, I was like, are you kidding me? So I was brought on by Essence and Coca-Cola to be the live event red carpet host. And it was the very first time that
crazy.
Essence Black Women in Hollywood was broadcasting live. And I was one of 2 live event hosts. Someone from the magazine was doing interviews, and I was, Coca-Cola's live event red carpet host, which was insane.
That's
like, literally
so crazy.
my dream job
amazing.
Come true. And then to top it all off, they invited me into the room, which was just, I really can't say how special that was. That was in 2023, so that just happened. And oh my God,
so amazing. What would little you have thought, like, just that moment? Like, did you always know you wanted to be in this industry when you were younger?
Oh, absolutely.
Ever since I was okay.
I came out the womb wanting to be an entertainment person. Like, I always wanted to be not necessarily a star, but I just wanted to live that life, right? I'm from Roanoke, Virginia. I'm from a very small town in Virginia. And, I'm from a town that, like, we had 2 malls, 2 Walmarts, and 2 high schools.
Wow.
So everything that I saw on television and in magazines just lit my soul on fire. Like, I just always knew I wanted to travel the world. I always knew that I had a talent for being in front of the camera because I always wanted to be in front of the camera, whether I was modeling or acting or dancing or putting on a show for family members at holidays. Like I enjoyed the applause. I enjoyed seeing my family's faces light up and bringing joy to my family. So I just like always knew that I wanted to be in this industry. And so, you know, I feel like, wow, God, you really don't play about your girl.
Right.
Because, you know.
Yeah. You are definitely an unforgettable person. So you really are a star.
You.
I swear, when I met you, I was like, she's got it. Like, who is she? So I'm excited you're really doing all these things and your talent is able to be poured into different lanes. What's your favorite thing to do? You do it so much.
Oh my God, it's so hard, right? Like I really love every single thing that I do. Like I'm multi-dimensional, so I'm a model, actress, and television host. Those are the three things I do the most. And I can't really choose which one that I like to do the most, but I would say that I have the most passion for acting. I wake up every day and go to sleep every day thinking about acting. Like every day, whether I'm working out, I'm listening to a podcast on acting. If I'm in my house working from home, I'm watching interviews on acting. Every day that I get an opportunity to audition, just like I'm so filled with joy. So I feel like it's such a passion of mine. I've had such a great career as a model, and I love modeling, and I will always love modeling, and I absolutely love hosting, and I pray that I can do that forever as well. But there's something about acting that just like, it brings me so much joy. Love it so much.
You're unlocking like a new character every time.
Yes. It's like taking lives. I get to be somebody different all the time, you know? So it's really, really cool. I love acting a lot.
I know you've worked on, you know, TV series, movies. Which do you prefer? Like what's different in the process? I've only done commercial acting myself.
Okay.
I've done one table read.
Okay.
Which was actually really cool.
Oh yeah, I love a table read. Any chance I get to act, I'm there. Like friends know you can call me for a table read. I'm gonna be there. If you have an audition you're working on and you need some help, I'm gonna be there. Like I just love acting so much. But I think, you know, I really do like film. I love television. I absolutely love TV. The last TV series I was a part of was called Double Cross, and it was a TV show about sex trafficking. And I played the love interest to the lead of the show and also a defense attorney.
I think I saw some snippets.
Yeah, so I was on that show for a couple seasons. They had 5 seasons. It just wrapped. I was on season 2 and season 3. And I really enjoyed that because I got a long amount of time to dig into that character and to be her and to evolve with her. So that was so much fun. But there's something about filming a movie that is just like, I love it so much. Like the last film I shot, it's called 9, and I shot it in Ghana. And that's so amazing. It's like acting is taking me now all over the world. And that's something I always wanted to do since I was a little girl. Like being from Roanoke, Virginia, I wanted to see the world. And so now I've gone to South Africa for this film. Amazing. We shot it in Ghana, which is in West Africa, and then the film was actually accepted into Cannes. So I went to France last summer.
Amazing. I love Cannes.
So it's like I'm getting to like travel the world and be an actor, and that's literally my dream come true. So I think I would say film over TV, but I do love them equally.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're just being yourself, doing your talent, and the whole world is just your backdrop.
Yes.
What a life. What a life.
God is good, okay? He's good. I'm grateful.
Very much so.
I'm so grateful.
Getting more into the journey, what was the moment you knew you wanted to do this full time?
I always knew I wanted to do it full time. I mean, I remember when I always wanted to do it, and I didn't have anyone in my family that was doing it before me, so I had absolutely no idea how I was gonna get to it. And so I just kept my eyes open and my ears open for every opportunity. So I can remember being in high school and driving to school and hearing on the radio that Wilhelmina Models was having an open call in Greensboro, North Carolina, which was 2 hours away from my hometown. I didn't tell anybody. I skipped school. I drove down to that audition and I got selected.
That's amazing.
And it was like all these girls, it was this crazy process, and they were like eliminating girls all day. And if you made it to the end, then you had like a certain amount of time to, you know, speak to your family about it. And, you know, they obviously wanted us to start our portfolios and all that. It was at a time when I was about to graduate from high school. And so I went home and I told my dad, like, Dad, oh my God, don't be mad. I skipped school and I went to this audition. The Wilhelmina Models wants to sign me. Yeah. And he was like, okay, Chasity, like, either I'm going to pay for this portfolio you need for modeling, or I'm going to buy you your books and furnish your dorm room for college, because I was getting ready to go off to college.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, and I've always believed in beauty and brains.
Yeah.
And so fortunately for me, I had a girlfriend in high school who was already modeling. Her name was Whitney Spalding. I love her to death. And I went and I talked to Whitney about it. And she was like, listen, Chasity, she was like, I know this is an amazing opportunity, but any modeling agency that really wants you, they'll pay for the portfolio and you can pay them back on the back end. So if I were you, you know, I would take that into consideration. So I took that into consideration, and I took into consideration I really wanted to get my education.
Yeah.
And I'd already been accepted into Norfolk State University. And I was like, you know, I'm going to go to college and then I'm going to continue to pursue it, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I did. I went to Norfolk State and I did every single thing that I can do to still be like in the know. Like I did brochures for my university. I did homecoming fashion shows. I got really, really close with our fashion director named Raytron White. Never will forget him. And we would take the bus from Virginia Beach to New York. He showed me like the lay of the land. He would show me how to get around New York City. And I was like, as soon as I graduate, I'm hitting the ground running. Yeah. And that's literally what I did. The week I graduated from college, I went to New York, and 6 months later, I was signed as a model.
That also shows just like, you just have to trust your instincts, and you're still able to do everything that you wanted to do. Yeah. I can relate as well. I went to college too, and I was signed during college, but it was a time where the industry wasn't as inclusive. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, let me just focus more on, you know, school, things like that. And then afterwards, I was like, I can pick it back up. Yeah. And I did. And I think that's so important, because you can go back to both. You can go back to modeling, you can go back to school, you can use your degree.
It's so important, because I feel like what you're saying, like they used to say like, oh, you only have a certain amount of time to do this. I've been modeling professionally over a decade. Like you can model as long as you want to model. Look at Naomi Campbell. For sure. Look at Tyra Banks. Look at some of these models, you know, that have been modeling for decades. It's up to you. Right. It's not easy, but nothing worth it is easy. But you can literally do whatever you want to do, and it's your journey, right? For sure. I'm super happy that I went on the journey that I did and went to college first, because I moved to New York, and literally I remember I took like a class. It was with a model. She actually passed away. Her name is Mia Amber. So rest in peace to Mia Amber. She was one of the first models I looked up to, because she was a plus size model. Mm-hmm. She was in that movie Road Trip. Okay. So she was the plus size girl that the guy dated, and he's like holding up her panty. I remember watching that movie, and when I got to New York, she was having a class, and it was like an acting and modeling class. It was with Mia Amber, and it was with Wendy McKenzie. Mm-hmm. And so I went to that class, and she was like, let me see your photos. Girl, my photos were so terrible. Like I had my first set of modeling photos were literally just my like graduation photos. Like she was like, these are horrible. Don't show them to anybody. So everybody starts somewhere. Yes. But the funny thing about that is like my very first casting was Essence Magazine. And I went to the casting and I saw Mia Amber there. That's so at the crazy. Open call. It was like 300 girls there, and I saw so many other models that I knew, and I was like, oh my God, like Marquita Pring was there, and Anansa Sims, like all the girlies. And Mia was like, Chasity, what photos do you have? And I'm like, the terrible ones. But I booked that job. That was my very first job, the Essence Magazine that I spoke about earlier, my very first job. And from there, the woman who cast me was like, you know, who are you signed with? And I was like, I'm actually not signed. And she was like, I have an agency. I think you would be great. She pitched me to the agent, and next thing you know, I was signed. And a couple weeks later, I had my first big audition, and it was for Beyonce and Tina Knowles, and that was my first modeling job.
Just something light.
Just something
coming straight out of the gate.
Straight out the
bangers.
Gate. Yeah. So, and this is crazy too. I want to say this because I think it's so important. Relationships. Because that Essence magazine job was my very first modeling job. On that job, one of the makeup artists I didn't know, unbeknownst to me at the time, was Miss Tina Knowles' makeup artist.
That's amazing.
So I did that fashion editorial, and by the time I got that casting, my first big casting was with the agency, was for Tina Knowles, and the only tear sheet I had in my book was Essence. That's crazy. You know, I remember going, and I had this great feeling. Like, I met Miss Tina. She was so lovely, and she asked me all these questions. It was so insane because, like, I just got my hair highlighted, and in my pictures, my hair wasn't highlighted. So she's like, oh, so in your photos, your hair isn't highlighted, but today, and I was like, oh yeah, well, they're peekaboo highlights, and if you part my hair a certain way, like, I had an answer for everything. She's like, well, your hair is naturally curly now, and your photos is straight. And I'm like, yeah, well, my hair goes. It's like, we had this synergy and this energy, and I remember leaving, and I wasn't even gone 5 minutes before my agent called me, and I, like, am screaming on the streets of New York City.
I can only imagine.
And
how big is that?
I'm like, oh my God. But on the very first campaign that I shot, I see this makeup artist, and she was like, I want to tell you something. She said, when you came into the office, when you left, Miss Tina was like, I really love this girl, but she only has one tear in her book. Like, do you think she'll be able to do this campaign? And that makeup artist spoke up for me and said, I just worked with her at Essence, and she was fantastic, and I think you should give her a chance. And she said she had never done that for a model.
I love that.
Yeah.
When they see it, they see it.
They see it.
Honestly, relationships are so important.
It's everything.
Like, photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists have definitely booked me work. And it's just like amazing how supportive people in the industry are. Yeah. Especially like the behind the scenes hair and makeup. Like, they understand the grind too.
Oh, so for sure.
If they see, you know, a talent like you and they're able to help you, I think that's so beautiful for them to do that.
It's awesome. I carry that with me now too. Like, whenever I can put in a good word for someone, whenever I can say, oh, I've worked with this person, or yes, you should work with this person, I try to pay that forward because someone did it for me.
There's always, you know, the circle of the supportive women out there.
You got to treat everybody good, and you never know. You just never know. And that campaign literally like started my entire career. The first time I ever came to LA was with Miss Tina and Beyonce, doing the Today Show and The View in New York, going to Essence Festival, like my first time in Texas or New Orleans or LA. Like, I traveled the world with them, and I got that job off of one tear in my book. I had just started modeling, you know.
That's amazing. But that's what you're meant to do it, you know.
Thank you,
you're meant
babe.
to do it.
I
That's why it happened.
Yeah,
I love that.
It makes me warm and fuzzy on the inside thinking about it. I'm like, wow, God, like, wow.
For real. Just to come like from a smaller town on the East Coast and all that unfold is so dope. Getting into life in LA, I wanted to ask, how do you balance it all? Because I've been seeing you everywhere. This girl does not stop working. She is open 24 hours, 7 days a week, okay?
Listen, I admire it. I love outside, and outside loves me. Yes. But also I want to say it is a part of the job. Yeah. You know, literally, I just came from hosting an event right now at Harriet's in West Hollywood, and my friends are wanting to hang, and I'm like, no, I've got a podcast I gotta go do. And they're like, Chasity. I literally have one gear and it's go. I don't know what that is about me, but I thank God for it because you need that type of energy. I'm very intentional about my time. I value my time more than I value money because time you can never get back. So I'm just very super intentional. Like, I know that I moved to LA for my dream, and I remind myself all the time, I'm here for my dream, not for the beaches, even though I love the beaches and I love LA. But I'm very intentional. I feel like it's a part of the job. I feel like in order for you to be successful in this industry, people need to see you. Yes. And they won't always tell you that, but it's true. I literally just got a job from going to the event that I was at today, just by being there. And so it's like I have this motto, get up, dress up, show up. And it's so much about that, especially in Los Angeles. And especially for us as artists that are in front of the camera. People need to see you. Out of sight is out of mind.
This is very true. Honestly, even a job that I had booked, the owner of the brand was like, I honestly liked your look, but I felt like I'd seen you, and I felt like I'd seen you here, and I felt like I'd seen you here. And she did, but it was just repetition.
Yeah.
She didn't know my name or anything, but it's just like that familiar face.
Yeah.
That
It's
really
a whole
does
thing.
help. But like the energy that you show up with everywhere is literally on 100 every single time, and I just admire it. Like,
thank you.
It's very important. You're outside with intention.
Yes. I definitely try to be like, I'm one of those people, if I am for whatever reason having an off day, I won't go out because energy is real. People can feel your energy, and it's like when I talk to people, I'm talking to you. I'm intentionally talking to you. I'm invested in the conversation. I care about what we're speaking about. It's not just your time, it's my time. Like if I am not feeling it, I won't go because I don't want to put out bad vibes. I don't want to go out when I'm not feeling up to it. So I'm very, very big on pouring into myself, the self-love factor, so that when I go out, I shine. And I want people to see God when they see me. I pray that over my life every day. I say, God, when they see me, let them see you.
Right. I love that.
That's the motto. I think people don't understand that it's so much so a part of the job. Like if I'm going to a movie screening, I just went to, one of those days screening, like all these things, I'm being invited out into these spaces. You want to continuously be invited out. So when people are inviting you, you want to show up. I started off doing a lot of red carpets and celebrity interviews and press junkets. So a lot of people that I started with 10 years ago that were like junior assistant publicists are now head of marketing at Netflix, head of marketing at Sony Pictures. I don't get to be in these incredible rooms by chance. I get to be in these rooms because I've built these relationships, and I've had some of these relationships over 10 years. They know me, they trust me, they know that when I show up, I'm going to be professional, I'm going to look the part, and they know that I'm an artist, so it's something that I take seriously. It's not just like coming for the photo. A lot of times people are coming for the photo, or they call it Getty and go. Come and get your Getty and go. I know people that come and literally just go to the red carpet and leave. And I'm not going to judge anybody's situation because I don't know the truth. I just know my truth. But I know that my truth is that people want to work with people that they like and that they know are going to show up and stay and then post about it. And then, you know what I mean? Like
be present,
not just be there for the look.
As you know, LA is obviously portrayed as glamorous. You talk about the look of things. What's something that people don't see behind the scenes?
I think that a lot of people don't see the grind. It takes true grit to make it in Los Angeles.
It really does.
You have to be one of God's strongest soldiers, honestly. You really have to have alligator skin in this business. I think a lot of people know how to keep up a facade, but in order to have longevity, you have to really, really have true grit. You have to know who you are. You have to know whose you are. This city is full of all of the things that you want. Day through the night, the best and the brightest and the most beautiful from all over the world flock to this city, going after a dream. And a lot of those people are after that dream by any means necessary, which can be extremely dangerous.
It is.
So you have to be so prayed up. You have to know who you are. You have to have tunnel vision. And you literally have to be ready to like every day be after it.
Every single day.
I just hit 10 years in Los Angeles, and there's not one day that I've been able to take my foot off the gas. And I think that people think that it's just fluff and it's just pretty pictures and sunny skies. But what they don't know is a lot of those people are battling depression. And a lot of those people are not happy. A lot of those people are doing a lot of things so that they can survive in this city because it's hard and it's expensive. You really, really have to know who you are and have your morals in place and your standards, because it's so easy to get wrapped up in some real crazy stuff in this city.
There's just options and opportunities and just, things that can lure you a certain way, and you just really can't lose yourself in it because it's so easy. One false move.
Any day, all days. You have to be so strong-minded. Like, and people might even have a good reason why they want to, hang out with you, but you just don't know people.
You don't.
And for me, being a Southern woman from Virginia, living in one of the biggest and fastest cities in the world, like, you just have to protect yourself.
You really do.
You don't know what people's motives are. You really don't know people.
Yeah.
You have to give yourself time to get to know people, and you can't be so trusting, you know. When I lived in New York City, it's like such a difference in New York and LA, right? Because in New York, nobody's nice to you until you give them a reason to.
Right.
In LA, everybody is nice to you until you give them a reason not to. So it's like, even if a person likes you or doesn't like you, you won't know in LA, which is so scary and dangerous, because people will smile in your face and literally have the worst intentions.
Yes.
You have to run a tight ship. Like, I tell people a lot of times, like, that's not a part of my program. People are crashing out.
People are crashing out
every day. They are crashing
it's
out.
It's a little bit right now.
It's definitely giving. Listen, I've been in LA 10 years this year, so we have survived and thrived through a pandemic, through 2 strikes, and our entire industry is run off the entertainment industry. Right now, we're experiencing the wildfires in LA. It's award season. You know, so many of us are in a gig economy. You know, we work paycheck to paycheck. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for my modeling career, because I've had big jobs like Ulta Beauty that I've had since 2020. They have renewed my contract 4 times.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I am in this city because God said so. Like, you have to have a plan.
You have to have
or
a plan.
you're going to crash out.
That's
period.
a plan and a backup plan. And one right after that, too.
And one right after
but
that, too.
Honestly, knowing yourself and trusting God and staying prayed up, like, is so important out here.
It's so important.
And I'm proud of us. Like, we're still here. I'm hitting 6 years in like a couple weeks.
Yes, I love it.
Survived and thrived, because so many people went home, and understandably too. Understandably, it's hard, but just to like keep going. And even after the fires, I had friends two weeks ago. They were like, "I'm not giving up. I'm not going home." And the fires honestly sent them back home, and it can like change like that.
Yes.
And people have asked me, are you thinking about, maybe taking a break, going home? Because things are just tough right now, and everything's skyrocketing as far as the prices. And I'm like, 0%. 0% thought about going home.
0%.
Didn't cross my mind.
Not on the table.
Not on the table. I already overcame so much, and I'm here. I'm staying.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You have to just stay down. Stay 10 toes down, like Nipsey said.
Right.
You know, it's going to be brighter on the other side of it. I've been on so many sides where it's like, whew, it's looking. But never have I ever even thought about giving up. You cannot.
No.
You cannot take your foot off the gas.
And it's hard once you take it off. It's really hard to get back in it. Like, once you move home, a lot of people don't come back.
Most people, I actually don't know anybody who's come back.
I don't know anyone that's come back either.
In my 10 years of living in Los Angeles, I've seen a lot of people leave. I haven't seen anyone come back.
Me either. Everyone that's left is still where they went. And I think it would be hard to live a life of what ifs.
Yeah, it's not worth it to me. I feel like I don't want to be asking. I mean, I'm human, so I have days where I'm like, okay, God, I need you to show me something. But I'm never like, I'm giving up, or I'm going to take some time off, because you can't. You can't. And I thank God for like my hosting career, because I've interviewed so many talented people that have overcome so much. And when I'm interviewing a Tyler Perry or a Kevin Hart, I remember when I interviewed Kevin Hart, he told me it took him 18 years to get a break.
Yeah.
18 years.
I believe it.
And it's like, what's different? I asked myself that. What's different about you, Chasity?
Right.
When I'm interviewing these people, like Kevin told me, he had a show, he wrote it, he produced it, and they were having upfronts where they're like going to the advertisers for like people to invest into the show. And as he said, they didn't want to fly out his cast, so he took his own money and flew out his cast. And literally, as he's being tapped on the shoulder to go out, on this, on the upfront stage, they tell him they're not going to pick up his show. And I'm like, people fight for this.
Yeah. And they win.
And they win. Look at Kevin Hart now.
Yeah.
Look at Tyler Perry now. Like, look at these people that went through extreme adversity. So it's like, what's different for us? What is it going to it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. I can't wait to write the book one day, because they're going to be like, what? You went through what? And you did what? My mom told me, I don't care. Every day you walk like you have $1 million in your pocket. Okay? You carry yourself like that.
You have to believe in yourself.
You have to. You have to know it beyond a shadow of a doubt, and you have to already see yourself there.
I can't wait to celebrate it with you.
Yes, amen.
I see it.
Sooner rather than later, God.
Sooner than later, please.
Please, and thank you.
Moving on to inspiration and advice. Who or what inspires you to keep pushing forward in this industry?
So I would absolutely say my mother. My mom is who I do it for. My mom and my dad. I lost my dad in 2015 in the physical, but he's with me every day. My guardian angel.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I had the most amazing father. Still have like everything he ever taught me, like in me. And my dad was a hustler, so I get it naturally. But like I've lived such a beautiful life, and I've gotten to travel and do all these things, and I want to give that to my mother. I just want to show my mom the most incredible life, and she works so hard for me and my brothers, and she just deserves it. You know what I mean?
Like, I agree 1,000%.
My mother gave everything.
The sacrifices.
So, I mean, the sacrifices, you know, so my mom inspires me every single day. She's my best friend. I talk to her all the time, Queen Liz. I'm sure she'll watch this, so hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Because she's my biggest supporter.
I love that.
And yeah, it inspires me. You know, I want to push forward and uplift the community, and I want little girls and women to be inspired, especially brown women, you know, but all people really. I just want to uplift and inspire, but my mom is for sure by far my biggest inspiration. Yeah,
my heart.
I'm a mommy's girl.
Me too. I'm a mommy's girl too.
Family over everything.
I love that.
For sure.
We relate a lot. Family over everything. That's what we do
Family
it for.
Over everything.
That's what we do it
For sure.
Looking to the future, what's your end goal in all of this?
You know, I want to be able to give other people opportunities. I'm at a place now where I want to, you know, produce my own content. I want to be able to reach more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's not so much about celebrity or fame. It's about being able to have impact. I've been modeling and acting and hosting, and I love it, and it brings me so much joy, and I feel so fulfilled. But now I want to be able to use my platform for good.
That is really like the meaning of life. Connection, giving back, like to our parents, to the communities we want to reach. So I think that's amazing. And it's funny because almost everyone on this season has literally said that. They want to be able to give back.
Oh, wow.
Because I think we get caught up in just the hustle and, you know, on to the next thing and survival and things like that.
Oh,
so
for sure.
I think it'll be nice to just be able to give back.
Like, I really do think the secret is service.
Yeah.
Okay, how can I serve?
Yeah.
How can I do something today that makes a difference? You know what I mean? And I'm then actively after it.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. Today was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
It's so good to learn about you. And honestly, things like this put a battery in my back. Just like hearing just how passionate you are about your craft is like, yes, this is a reminder of like, we're here to do this thing. And it's been great having you.
Thank you, my love. It's been incredible to be here. Anytime, I'm always here for you. And like I said, I'm really, really happy that you're doing this, because I do believe that the secret is service. So somebody out there will be inspired, and it'll be a rippling effect, and we'll be doing what we're put here to do.
I know you have a project that's coming very soon.
Yes.
What is that all about? Where can they find it?
So I'm super excited. I shot my first international feature film. It's called 9, and I'm the only American actress in the film. We shot it in Ghana, and it is now coming to the United States. It will be available on Apple TV. It'll be available also on Amazon Prime. So amazing. I'm so excited because it's taken me all over the world. It has absolutely changed my life. I worked with a producer by the name of Angela White. She's an independent filmmaker. It has so inspired me to produce my own projects. But getting a chance to work on this, it broadened my horizons so much. I got to work with international superstars. And even though I love being a Hollywood actress and I love being here, it showed me that I can go all over the world and be international. Some of the actors I worked with are some of the biggest and brightest stars in Ghana, in Nigeria, in South Africa. Our lead actress, Rosemary Zimu, is also the lead of a show on Netflix called Savage Beauty. It just has opened up so much for me. And we just came out in theaters in Ghana. So Thanksgiving, I was there for our red carpet premiere for this film. And I got offered another film. So it looks like I'll be going back.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're going to have to watch it together.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm definitely going to link it below so you guys can tune in and check out.
It's called 9.
Check out her movie.
Thank you,
and
guys.
And then also your Instagram, any handles that you want them to follow you.
Yes. Okay, guys. So if you want to follow me, you guys can find me across the board at Chasity Saunders. If you guys have questions or want to connect with me, definitely Instagram's the best way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.